Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Today I am going to teach how to make the simple CRUD system using Android. First I show the demo. I made this app for the course registration. First I enter the student name here. Let's enter the name as Raja. Course enter as C#.net. Fee we have to enter as 20,000. Right. After that click OK. Record added. If you want to check the record, click view button. You can check the record here. Raja C#.net 20,000. It added on the list view successfully. Now let me see how to do this system step by step. Okay. Now first what I am going to do is here. In the first step, I am going to go to the file, new project. Here you can give any name, your application name you can give. I am going to give as a course registration station app, the name. Right. Click next. Next. Select as empty activity. Next. Click finish. You have to wait until the process is completed here. Now here now it's completed successfully. Here it's completed successfully. Now here the project successfully completed. Now here what I am going to do is here app folder consists of two folders. One is a Java folder, another one is a layout folder. Right, this is a Java folder. Here this is a Java folder. There is a folder which is a RS folder. Inside the RS folder it has a folder layout folder. Here layout should be available. Here the main inside the Java folder main activity should available. Right. Now let's do the things. So go to the layout folder. Inside the layout folder activity main.xml, double click on this one. Here what I am going to do is here a default come as hello world. Let's click on this one and press delete key on your keyboard and delete them. We don't need them. Now here instead of drag and drop the text box and everything, I will do it as a code. So here first I am going to change the layout as a linear layout. It's very easy stuff. After that what I am going to do is very simple. Here you have to first write as a orientation OR. If you write OR, it's automatically generate as Android orientation vertical. Right. Second step you have to write as a creativity. Press G on your keyboard. It's automatically generate like this. Android creativity. Not this one. Android creativity. You have to set as a center. It's the alignment as centerize the app. Okay. That's the only thing you have to do here. After that what I am going to do is I am going to create another layout, linear layout. So linear layout, layout wrap text, the same thing you have to write here as well. The same thing you have to write, the same thing, and just copy these two things, Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste them. Right, that's the thing you have to do. Okay, inside this linear layout I am going to write the heading for this app. What is the heading I am going to write as a text view, wrap text. Here you have to write as a heading. So text, if you write as a text, it's automatically generated like this. But the heading you have to write as here as course registration. Right. If you want to give the color, you can give the text color. So text color, here the text color will be here. I am going to put as this one, Ancient. Here color should be generated here. You can see the preview here. Now I want to increase the size of the heading. What I am going to do is you have to write as a text size. You have to write as a text size. I am going to give as a 40 SP. Right. Now you can check the preview. If you want to reduce the one, if you want to reduce the one, you can reduce as a dB, it will be reduced. Simply if you write 30, it should be enough. Right, perfect. Now what I am going to do is here, after that this should be the heading. Each and every thing I am going to create the linear layout. Now here what I am going to do is here, the same linear layout I am going to copy, Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste here. Right. After that, this linear layout I am going to create two strings. Here I am going to here like this app, this one. First linear layout I am going to write as a heading. Second linear layout I am going to create as a this one, name and this text box tag. Right. Now what I am going to do is here, first this one text I am going to make it change it as a name. Here no need the size, remove them. Color also we remove them, we no need it. Second one, here what I am going to do is here, I am going to the Android orientation, make it as a not vertical. We have to orientation, we have to change it as a orientation. Right. Now after that what I am going to do is here, I need one text view. Here I am going to one edit text, so we have to write as a edit text, rep text. After that we have to write as a layout weight, make it as 1. After that EMS, this one we have to set it as a 10. Okay, this is the space, this one 10, we have to make it as a 10. Finally Android ID, we have to make the ID, it should be must. ID we have to write as a name. That's the only thing you have to write. Simple, very simple. Right. All the stuff you are done correctly. Now here I am going to select the alignment also. That should be must. Text alignment I am going to set as center. Then only when you type the value, it's coming as a center position. Right. Now here the same thing you copy them. Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste here. Here I am going to change the name as course. Here this one as a course. Right. ID you have to change as a course. Here a name, Android name you have to change it as a course. There's two things we have to change. Other things also same. Then you have to successfully complete these two things. Now I am going to create another one for the fee. So the same layout, Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste underneath. After that you have to change only two things. One is a text, another thing is a ID. You have to change it as a fee. Right. The only thing you have to do. Right. We have successfully completed this task here. The only one I have to complete another one's task, that should be the button. So the same layout, I am Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste here. You can see here the component tree, you can check here. So all the stuff are correctly here aligned. Right. It's very simple. Now here I am going to I remove them. Here I am going to select as a button. This one not a text, it's a button. This one we have to change it as a button. Here we have to change as a btn1. This one btn1. Right. Button btn1. Right. This text alignment we have to be no needed. This one things, this also no we needed. Only layout with alignment and ID. Right. You can check here. After that I need only one thing. This one I need one thing, that is Android text. That should be needed. Android text is okay. This is okay button. You can check here. It's successfully okay will be display here. If you want to change the color of that one, button color, if you want to change Android background, if you press B key, it automatically generated Android background. You have to select as this one, any color. I select as primary. You can check the color here, it's primary. Right. Okay, the stuff I need two buttons, so one I have created. Control C to copy this one. Sorry, Control C to copy this one. Control V to paste here. Here we have to Android ID. We have to change it as 2. Here I'm going to change it as view, and here we have to change the color as. We have to change this one as a background color. We have to change as this one, ancient. That should be fine. Right, now successfully we have created the app design. Here if you want to run the app, virtual device I have created Genymotion. Now let me check here whether it's working fine or not. Yeah, it's working fine. Okay, now let me do the code part. Very easy stuff that also. Here this is the main activity. Go to the Java folder. Inside the Java folder there will be the file main activity. Here it is coming here as well. You double click on this. Here this one. Here first I am going to write the text view. So edit text. You have to create the variables ed1 comma ed2 comma ed3. Right, you have to write like this. After that we have 2 buttons, so we have to write button b1 comma b2. Right, you have to get this one. Okay, how many text box available? There should be 2 3, so you have to each and every text boxes you have to make the variables. How many buttons available? 2 buttons. Each and every button you have to make the variable like this. Right, that's the thing. First you have to write. After that we have to set this variable to relevant text boxes. Right, so ed1 equal find view by id r dot id dot what is the name you are giving to give the text box. The first text box, what is the name I gave? Name. Second one course. Third one fee. These are the IDs you gave. Okay, these are the IDs. Right, what is the ID you gave here? We have to put here. First one should be name. ID should be must when you identify the text boxes. So the same thing. Control C to copy, Control V to paste, Control V to paste. To this one would be 3, variable 3 here. This one should be course. This variable I equal into the course text box. This text box. This one should be fee. Okay. Here what I am going to do is here. What are the things you are typing here? These are those values are saved in these variables. Right. After that we have to write a button. We have to button btn b1 equal find view by id r dot id dot btn1. This one should be first button. Control C to copy, Control V to paste. btn2 means what is there? A bt1, not a id btn1, bt1. That should be there. Right, now it's success. Okay. Now what I am going to do is here, after fill this form, if you click this OK button, record should be added into the database table. So how to do the task? So here I already written the buttons and equal to the relevant variables. Now here what I am going to do is here, I am going to get the variable b1. You have to set on click listener. When the user click on this button, what happen? So set on click listener, new view on click listener. It is automatically generated itself public void on click this one. Inside here you have to give the codes. So here instead of writing here, I am going to write the separate method. Okay, I have to write a separate method. I have to write public void insert. Very easy stuff, very easy. Now here inside the function I'm going to write as a create a try, after that catch. It should be important ex. Now here inside the try I'm going to create the variables string name. These are variable I'm going to create name. I'm going to get this text box text. I'm going to save the values. So what are the value available? You have to get here get text dot toString. You have to convert them as a toString. The same thing to the remaining things also. I'm going to create all the things are string variables. Right here this one should be course, this one should be fee, this one ed2, course mean ed2, fees mean ed3. Right, that's it. Now here I'm going to create the database SQLite database. So SQL is SQLite here, this one SQLite database, this one SQLite database. We have to create the objects at db equal open this one or create. Here we have to write the database name first, so we have to write the name as any name you can write here as. I'm going to write the name as slit 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 db something, any name you can write. Right, after that comma you have to write as a context text context dot private this one, right, comma null. Right, I just put this, I have created simply slit db. You can give any name for the database, right? I gave this name. Okay, after that I have to create the table. So db dot x this SQL. Here we have to write as a create, you have to write a create tables. You have to write a table, create table if not exist. If it is not exists, you have to write a table name. This one you have to write as a simple records. Table name you have to create as a records. Here we have to write as a first id should be at auto incremented. We have to write as a integer comma, after that name. Name should be integer, name should be integer, id should be integer with primary key and auto increment. Right, that's the thing you have to write. After that another column you have to create name, that should be varchar after that course, the same thing I am copy, control C to copy, control V to paste here. This one should be course, sorry, you have to make this one as simple, very easy to identify data type and columns names. Name course, final one should be fee, this should be I am make it as a varchar, control C to copy, control V to paste here. Right, that's the thing you have to write. id integer primary, this one should be integer primary auto incremented. This one varchar, this one course course varchar fee varchar. Right, that's the thing you have to write first. Right, after that you have to write the SQL query string, simply SQL equal, you have to write an insert query, insert into which table you are going to save the record, only this one records table, records. Here you have to write the column name here. So what are the columns names? Name course comma fee. These are the name. After that, values, we have to write a 3 question marks. This is a very professional way to save the record into the database table, right? It's a very professional way to save the record into the database table like this. You have to write like this, right? After that, we have to write the SQLite statement. SQLite statement. This one. Statement equal db dot compile statement. You have to write as a SQL. Here, this one. Give us here. After that, we have to write a binding. So SQL statement, this object statement dot binding string. We have to write as a first one should be name. This one we have to give here. Okay. What is you are writing on this text box? It is assigned to this variable. If you pass this variable, it's go here. After that, the same thing you have to binding. The second one should be, sorry, Control C to copy, Control V to paste here. This one should be course. This one course. What you are writing the course here, they are assigning the text box, assigning the variable course. If you passing here, it is go here and it's go and store. Okay. After that, the same thing do the fee also, right? Finally, you have to write the statement dot execute. If you write this one, your record should be saved on the database table. This is only simple query you can write. Okay. After that, you have to write a toast message to show the message whether your record is added or not. This you have to write as a record added. You have to write the toast message to check, right? Toast dot length long, here write as a dot show, right? After that, the same thing, if the record is not added, Control C to copy, Control V to paste here, you have to write here as fail, record added fail, right? That's the thing you have to write. Okay. Now let's check whether it's working or fine or not. The method, Control C to copy, you have to paste on this button here, right? When the user click on the button, it goes to the function insert. What you wrote here, it is working. Okay, let's check. Here you have to, how many columns available, you have to write a 3 question mark, right? That's the thing I have done here. Okay, let's write. Now check. Okay, now here I'm going to write as first one should be John, Java course fees, something like that. Click OK. Record added. Record is added successfully. Now I couldn't view the record because I didn't write the code for the view records. So let's do the stuff as well. It's working successfully. Here we have to write this one as well. 1 2 3. I didn't give 1 2 3. 1 mean this, 2 mean this, 3 mean this. Okay, it's record. We can see the things. Okay. Now let's go to the. I am going to create the another activity. So go to the app. This is the app folder. Right click, new activity, empty activity. This one should be view. Click finish. Now your second activity is ready. You can see the second activity here. View I have created. Go to the layout folder. You can check the view also. This is the second activity, right? Double click on the first one, view. This one you have to change it as a linear layout. Same thing. Here we have to orientation. We have to write as a vertical, right? After that, what I'm going to do is here. I'm going to first go to the search. Here I'm going to simply list view. Here it's available. You just drag on here, right? It's working like this. Okay, it's automatically coming like this, right? here this coming here. Now here I'm going to set the ID first. So here ID we have to write as a, here we have to write as a list 1. I made the ID as list 1. That's the thing we have to write. Okay, simple. Now let's go to the main activity and write the code and display the records into the records from the database table, right? So double click on the, go to the Java folder. This is a view here, this one here. You have to write the things as first. We have to write the list. Sorry, not here. This is a namespace here. So write list view. You have to make the object as list, right? List. We have to write the main list. Here we have to write as a second one should be array list. We make the array list as we have to write as a string. We have to make it as a titles equal new array list. New, Control C to copy, Control V to paste here. The same thing. Sorry, we didn't copy this one as well. Control C to copy, Control V to paste here. Right. Here we have to write. After that, array adapter. So write as a array adapter, right? After that we have to write here as, but I'm going to write as here. I already create the database connection here. The same thing, Control C to copy, Control V to paste here, right? It's automatically paste here. Database name SQLite DB, right? After that, what I'm going to do is here, I already create the variable above. Control C to copy, Control V to paste here, get here and equal find by ID, find view by ID, r dot id dot list 1. This one should be this list name, list ID here, list ID lst1, this list ID name. Okay, so we have to get here and equal into this variable, right? Okay, that's the thing you have to write. If you want to put 1, it is easy, right? Put 1. Okay, that's no problem. After that, I'm going to create the final and cursor, object cursor class c equal db dot row query. We have to select all the row. Okay, so we have to write as a first select all from records. Records is the table name. This records is the table name. I have created as a records, right? The same name you have to write here. After that, comma, here you have to write as a null. That's the thing you have to write. After that, we have to write int id equal. I'm going to write the id as well. So index get index column get column index. We have to write as id. First one should be id. Right? First one should be id. Right. The same thing. Control C to copy. Control V to paste here. Right. This one should be name. Second one should be name. Third one should be course. This one should be course. Final one should be fee. We have to write like this. Okay, that's it. After that, we have to write as this title. First clear the array list title. So title dot clear the one. After that, we have to write a adapter to load the things. So array adapt this object called here array adapter equal new array adapter. Here we have to write as this comma r dot layout dot support simple, this one you have to write, get the one, and comma titles. Title mean this one, this title we have to data should be, we have to store as a array list. Okay, that's the thing we have to write. Okay, success. After that we have to load this data into the data we have to load into the list. So this list one, this one you have to already written list one dot set adapter. So write the title, this title we have to, sorry, it's not this title, you have to pass the array adapter, this adapter here. That's the thing we have to write. Very simple. After that what I'm going to do is here I'm going to create one class here. Go to the Java folder. Inside Java folder, this one, right click, new Java class, we have to write as a student. I write the name as student, click OK. The simple class I'm going to write. String, first one should be ID, second one should be string name, third one string course, string fee, final one should be string titles. Right, that's the thing you have to write. Okay, after that go here. After that what I'm going to do is here I'm going to write a final array list. So we have to write as these things, we have to array list, this array list as we have to change it as here array list. Here we have to write stud, I create the object as stud equal new array list student, array list, new array list. We have to write as this one, not a string, student, write as student, we have to create as a student, this one should be student. Control C to copy, Control V to paste this one. Okay, array list, this student you have to paste it here, pass it here. Okay, that's the thing you have to write, that's the thing. Okay, perfect. I get this class here. Okay, I have this, all the properties we have to put into this object stud. Okay, what are the properties available here? This all the things are we have to put into this property. Okay, so array list I load into this class array list, you have to put into object into this object. After that what I'm going to do is here I'm going to create the if statement, called c dot move to first. This is a first, move to first. So here I write as this one, here we have to write do, first we have to write as do, write as this one. After that we have to do while, we have to write a do while loop here, do while loop, right, while loop. Here we have to write as c dot move to next, this one, right, that's the thing we have to write. Simply you have to write like this, right. Now here what I'm going to do is here inside here I'm going to write the code for that. We have to student class, we have to write a student class, this student class, student we have to write a stu, get the object stu equal new student, here we have to write as pass this object stu dot id, it's coming from this one, equal c dot get string id, you have to make id. After that same thing I am going to Control C to copy, same thing paste here, right. This one should be name, here also name, This one should be course. This data is coming from here. These properties are coming from this student class. Okay, so course, same thing, course. Final one should be fee. Same thing here as a fee. Right, that's it. You have to write. After that, you have to write. You already create the object stud, stud stud dot add. We have to write a call this object. Control C to copy, Control V to paste here. We have to add it into the array list. Okay. After that, we have to write as a title object. Title means this title. We have to write the title here. This title, this one, array list here. This one, title. To set into the title, titles, title dot add. So write as C dot get string. We have to write the first one should be ID. After that, we have to write this one. To make it as this one, pipe symbol on your keyboard. You have to type pipe symbol. This one. This is this key. This one should be tab key. Okay, this is a tab key. Plus, you need a space between two things like this. After that, you have to write the second one should be same thing. Control C to copy, Control V to paste here. This one should be course, not course name. Second one should be name. Plus, we have to write as a Control C to copy, Control V to paste here. This one should be course. After that, we have to write as a third one should be fee. That's the thing we have to write, fee. Sorry, here I made some mistakes. I need these things. I have to copy from here. This one I didn't wrote here, so Control C to copy, Control V to paste here. After that only we have to write this one. Otherwise, if you not write it, there is no space between the text. Okay, so this one should be course. After that, same thing, you have to copy them. Copy from here, so it is easy stuff to put here. This one should be fee. That's it. Here we have to end the colon to end the statement. Now you have to check whether all the stuff are correct. First one should be ID, space. Second one should be name, space. Third one should be course, space. After that, fee. Right. All are correct. Now here, after that, what I'm going to write is, here we have to write the things as array adapter dot notify data change this one. After that, we have to write this one as well. List one dot invalid views. This one, right? That's the thing we have to write. Right. Now let's go to the our this one main page. Here I have to give the link. I didn't give the link here. When you click this link, goes to the view page to show the records. Okay, after the record we can show the record to the view page. So go to the codes. So this code, main activity, the second button. So we have to get the when the person clicks second button, so you have to write as a set new view on click listener. Here we have to write the code here. Okay, now simply we have to write the code. We no need to write the separate function. Very simple codes available here to write. Okay, here we have to write as a intent I. We have to create a I object, new intent. Here we have to write as a first get application context comma which form you are visiting, view. So view dot class. You write a class. That's the thing we have to write. After that, start activity here, I, you have to put the I here. That's the thing you have to write. Okay, let's check whether it's working fine or not. Okay, this is your one. Here I am going to add the record. This time I am going to add the record as Raja. Course I am going to write as a C#.net. Fee I am going to write as a 12,000. Click OK. Record added. Click view. Here it successfully add the records on the database table. Okay, it's successfully added. After that, if you want to another things, once you add the records, it should be automatically clear. If you click OK button, record should be clear and focus on the cursor should be here and allow to add the next record. So how to do the task we have to put, that is very important stuff. So go here. After insert the record, what I am going to do is here I am going to clear the record. So ed1, this text box dot set text, you have to put like this. It should be clear. Once you add the Control C to copy, Control V to paste. This one should be 2, this one should be 3, right? After that, all the things are clear. Once you add the record, it is focus on the first text box. So request focus, this one. Request focus, which text box you have focus on the cursor. ed1 mean first text box. So here, this text box, right? This is the code you have to write. Okay, now let's check whether it's working fine or not. Click OK. Right, now let's check here. Here I'm going to write as a Nimal. Course we have to write as a PHP. Fee we have to write as 30,000. Click OK. Here record added. The same time record this should be clear. If you click view button, you can check the record here. Nimal PHP 30,000. Very simple app you can create like this. I hope you guys understood the things well. In my next tutorial, I am going to create how to edit the records and delete the records. Thank you for watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe me. Thank you for watching. Hi guys, welcome to Android CRUD system step-by-step tutorial. In our last class, we saw how to add the records and how to view the records on list view. In this tutorial, I am going to teach how to edit and delete records. Here, this is the while loop close here. After that, we have to write here is, what I am going to do is here if you click view records, it goes here. If you click this record for edit, this record should be goes to the next activity. Okay, so what I am going to do is, so that I go to the view.java, this one here. I am going to get this property, this one, list view li1. Here I am going, this variable I am equal into this list box here. This variable I am going to get here list1 dot set on click listener. When the listener click on the particular list, this record goes to the another activity. So here dot set on click listener new. Here we have to write adapter view, this one, on click listener. If you press enter key, it automatically generated these codes itself. Now here we have to write we have to create string. We have to create the variable AA. Any variable you can create here. I just create as AA. Here title. Titles mean that titles, this record titles. All the records are stored in this title array. So here title dot get here we have to write as a here we have a position dot toString. Here we have to check what happened here. Now I'm going to test the things, so it is easy for you all to understand. Toss make text. Here we have to write as a get application context. We have to pass this variable here. Control C to copy, Control V to paste here. After that we have to write here as comma toast dot length long. So we have to write as a dot show. Right like this. Now here we can execute the program and check. Now here if you click view, these are the records. If you click this record, you can see the toast here. If you click this row, you can show the row here. Okay, you can see the record successfully. You select the record successfully, show on the toast message look like this. Okay, that's why we have to put this one, right, variable, and we have to set the positions. Now I'm going to create the edit form and delete form. So I'm going to go to the app, right click, new. Here we have to go to the activity, empty activity. You have to create this one as a edit. I'm going to do edit and delete, both are done by same form. So click finish. Right, now your form has been created. Now go to the layout. It's still creating. Right, here this is a layout folder. Inside the layout folder there is a file activity edit, right, this one. Double click on this one. This is the default one. Now what I'm going to do is here the same form here, the same layout I'm going to create here. Which layout? This main. The same layout I'm going to create in this form also. So I no need to create again by again. I have created already. So what I'm going to do is here, first I'm going to go to the activity edit, this one, go, and here I'm going to go to the text. I'm going to make this one as a linear layout. First we can change it as a linear layout. After that we have to change this one as a orientation vertical and gravity center. This is the thing we have to make first. After that go to the here you have to copy from here to this layout. Inside the linear layout, this layout, here you have to copy from the closing tag. It is closing here, you have to copy here. Okay, now here copy and paste the activity.edit, right? Here you have to paste it. Now it's successfully pasted. Now you can check the design. Here it designed successfully. Here I am going to do the edit part. Right, now what I am going to do is here go to the Java folder, select this one, this is edit, double click on this one and go to the code view. Here what I am going to do is the same thing I am going to copy here as well. Go to the main activity. This is how we can add the record, the same code. Control C to copy, edit also, Control V to paste here, the same thing. we have to create the variables, the same thing. After that, what I'm going to do is here the same name here also. Control C to copy. Here I'm going to go to the edit. We have to paste inside the one create, right? Because I have copied this activity from the main activity, so that we same thing, same here. I no need to change anything else. After that, we have to do this one. This one we don't copy. Set on click listener, first button on click listener. Here I'm going to change the button as, here edit, we have to change the button as not okay. Here we have to change the button name as one is here. This one should be edit. This one should be delete. We have two buttons, right? Okay, edit, delete, right? Now here, what I'm going to do is the first button b1 dot set, b1 dot set on click listener, new view on click listener. If you press enter key, it automatically generate the on click. Here button 1 mean this is this one, edit. Button 2 mean delete. So here I'm going to create the separate function for that. The same thing like main activity. Go to the main activity. What I'm going to do is here we have to go to the insert, this one, public void, this one. Here we have to copy the insert code, the same code. Control C to copy. It is starting from this bracket to this bracket. Okay, you have to copy this code and paste on the edit.java here. So you have to paste here after the this bracket. Control V to paste them. Click OK. Now here, instead of insert, you have to write as a edit. Okay, this function you have to write. Now here I am not going to add the record, so we have to edit the record. So we no need this one also. We have to remove them. Right. After that, we need only this one. This query we have to change it as a edit. So remove the insert query. Here we have to write as a edit query here. Update. You have to update the record. What is the table name? Records is a table name. Here records is a table we have created. We have to update records. Set first column mean which column we have first we are going to edit is we have to write as a name equal question mark, after that comma course equal question mark, after that fee equal question mark. So where we have to write the prepare statement like this, where id equal question mark. Right, these values are coming from which page? This view page, when the viewer click this view page. Okay, so you write like this. After that we have to these things are the same, name, course and fee. Here you have to create the another additional one for that. Control C to copy, Control V to paste here. This one for the this one for id here, id. This one 1 mean this, 2, 3, 4 mean id. Right, this is a thing we have to write. Okay, now here we have to write another column. We have to create another column. I forgot to create it. Go to the edit page here, edit layout. Here I need another column because id also I am getting here. So here we have to go here above activity edit.xml. Here we have to copy this. This is the name. This is the name. Okay, this is the name layout. This is the name layout. This layout, name layout. So here this layout, Control C to copy. Here Control V to paste above. Right. This one should be ID. We have to change the text as ID. Android text as we have to change it as ID. Right. That's the thing we have to write here. Now additional field ID should be created here. Right. After that, here what I am going to do is here I am going to get the ID also. ID also. So you have to write an additional one, ed4. Here also we have to get the ed4 equal find view by ID or dot ID. Right, we have to get the ID. Okay, that's the thing we have to do. Right. After that, what I am going to do is here also we have to get the ID. So Control C to copy, Control V to paste here ID. This one should be ed4. Right, the same ID I am throwing here. Okay, ID should be we need for updating the record. How to update the record? If you select the row, the ID should be primary, so you can get the ID. So that I have created additional one here, ID. Okay, the same ID we are getting here. How to get here? We have to write another variable ed4. After that, ed4 find by ID. We have to get this ID. This ID we are getting here. This code we have to get here. This one. This ID we have to give Android ID with the name he give is ID. We have to get here. After that, we have to assign to the variable. I created the variable ID assigned to this ID. This ID we are passing to here for update. Okay, that's the thing we have to do. Right here, this time record is not added, updated. The simple one you have to write. Okay, this only we have to write this only. Okay, now we Control C to copy this one, edit. We have to put into this on click here. Right, this one you have to put. Right, that's the only thing you have to do. After that, what I am going to do is here go to the view.java page, .java. Here we already wrote the toast message to show the data. When the user click on this one, which row selected, it will be shown on the toast. Now this record should be passing to the next activity. So what I am going to do is here remove the toast. For the testing purpose we put the toast, so we no need a toast. So we have to write the student class here. This class student stu mean this one, stu equal stud dot get position. We have to set the position for that. Get position, we have to set the position for that. Here we have to write as like this. Intent, we have to set the position and sending to the next activity. So intent, if you send the next activity any values, you have to write a intent. Okay, equal new intent get application context comma which form you are sending the value, edit form dot class. Right, that's the thing we have to write here. After that, write a I mean this one object dot put extra equal, we have to set the things. ID we have to set into comma stu dot id here, this one. Right, you have to write as a id. This id mean stu id. This id we have to set into here. Okay, these values go there and get the values. Okay, go here. Right, the same thing we have to set the remaining step. What is the error here? No need this one. Right. Now Control C to copy. Use put extra to send the value one activity to another activity. Okay, this is how we have sending. This one should be name. Sorry, course. Not course. Name. This should be name. We are sending. After that, course. This should be course. Here we are sending the fee. This one should be fee. That's it. That's the thing you have to do. After that, you have to write a start activity I. Right. That's the thing we have to write. This one we have to call here. It's automatically go to next page. These values we are retrieving edit.java. So go to the edit.java page. Here I'm going to retrieving the data. So here I'm going to equal into the data. Here what I'm going to do is here I'm going to set into this variables. So here I'm going to write as a intent I equal get intent, like this. After that we have to write a string. You have to write a text box data. So first one we have to write a t1 equal, we have to write as a I dot get string get string extra. This one we have to write as a id. First one id dot toString. We have to convert as a toString. Right as a toString. Right. After that we copy this one. Control C to copy. Control V to paste. This 4 data. This 2, 3, 4. Okay. You are sending the data here. This data we are retrieving this edit.java page. Okay. So here this one should be name, course. Here we have to fee. We have to set like this. That's the thing we have to write. Okay. Once you select the list which item you are going to edit, this the particular item will be sending to edit.java page. Here it will be retrieving and setting to these variables. Right. These variables we are going to set into this variables, because this name, should be this name. This ID of this name should be stored in this variable ed1 dot variable. ed2 mean course, ed3 mean fee, ed4 mean id. Right. So here what I am going to do is here first one should be t1 mean id mean ed4. Here what I am going to do is this variable ed4 dot set text. We have to store the id. First one should be here id. So we have to this one we have to set here. Right. First one should be id. Second one should be name. Name should be here this text box. So ed1 dot set text, right, as a name t2. Right. Third one should be 2 mean this one t3 mean this course which one ed2 mean this course t3. Right. After that Control C to copy, Control V to paste. ed3 mean fee mean t4. Right. This how we set it. Now let's check whether it's working fine or not. Okay, it's very easy stuff. So let's run the program and check. right? Now let's go to the right here. Now here if you click view, let's go to view here. If you click this one, I am going to edit. If you click this one, it successfully display here id 3 Raja C#.NET 12. So again we are going to check this one. If you click this one, id should be 4, Nimal, PHP, and now I already wrote the edit code as well. Now let's edit as this one as a Java. Of course I'm going to change as Java. Click edit button, record updated. Now let's check whether it's working fine or not. This one should be, we didn't see it. Let's close. Now the record is updated, but it didn't show on the list view. So if I reload this one again, if you run the app, if you go here, click view, it will be shown. Okay, it shows successfully. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show itself. I'm going to create another button. So go to the edit, this one, design. Here next to the edit button, delete button, I'm going to create another button for back. If you click this back button, it's back to list view. So click next here. This is the button layout. This is the delete button. This delete button layout. The button we have to copy this one. Control C to copy. Control V to paste below. Here you have to change the name as back. This one ID we have to do the name as BT1, BT3, sorry, BT3, right? That's the thing we have to write. Here it's changed like this. Okay. Now if you want, you can change the color as well. Background color you can change. For you have to background change as here, this one will change, right? Right here it's dark, right? Now here, now what I'm going to do is here, go to the edit.java. Here I'm going to create another variable b3. So b3, we have to write b3 equal find view by id r.id dot bt3. Here we have to set the button to this variable. Now here what I am going to do is here I am going to set on click listener for this button. So we have to write as a here, so write b3 dot set on click listener new view. Press enter key on your keyboard, it automatically generates the on click view. Here we have to write the code for that. What is the code? You have to write as a intent. You have to write intent code. For the same code you have to write here. This is how you can same code. Control C to copy. Control C to copy this one intent. So here go to the edit page. We have to paste. Control V to paste inside the on click here. Here this is intent we have used to goes to the view class activity. So we have to write a intent which activity goes view. So we have to write a view. Here we have to write as a start activity I. It goes right. That's the thing we have to write. It's a back button. We are writing the code for the back button. So this button we have to write the code. Once you done the edit, if you click back, it goes to the list view. So view data, right? Now let's check. If you click run the program, run, right, it works, right? Now here view, go here. If you want to this one, I am going to edit this one. If you click this one, here is the record display. Now I am going to change the couple of changes. I am going to change this person. I am going to add as a Java PHP. Cost fees I am going to change it as a 25,000. I'm going to change. click edit button, record updated, click back. Here it's successfully changed, PHP 25,000. If you want to change this one, if you click this, if you want to edit one this Java 2, I'm going to as a bb.net. Course fees I am going to edit as 10,000. Click edit button, record updated, click back. Now you can see here it's successfully edited. Right, now I'm going to I'm going to teach the delete stuff. Okay, let me see how to delete the records. So go to the edit.java here, the second button, this button. I'm going to write the code now for the delete. So this one for B2. So here we have to write the B2 button. So here you have to write a B2 dot set on click listener new view on click listener. Right, successfully we have to wrote. Now here what I'm going to do is here I'm not writing the code with the button, I'm creating the additional function for that. So here we have to create the function above the here. Okay, here the same function we copy this one, instead of writing we have to copy from here. Right, Control C to copy, Control V to paste here. Edit function we have to paste here. Now what I'm going to do is here this one I'm going to change it as a edit delete. This one change it as a delete. Here we no need these ones, this codes we no need. We get the ID and delete the record. We delete ID also, we need ID only. So this one we no need it. Right, this is the only thing we are needed. Now we are going to SQL query I am going to change. Right, now the ID is on which text box? ED4 text box. This text box means which text box? This one here. Okay, so this is assigned to this variable. You are passing the variable here, the record should be deleted. So here passing here. So here I am going to node 4, it's one, only one record available. So we have to write the delete query. Delete from which table you are going to delete the records? Records, the table name RECORD, records, where ID equal question mark. You have to write the prepare statement like this. Right, that's the only thing you have to write here. Record deleted. Right, that's the thing we have to write. Okay, success. Now let's check whether it's working fine or not. The very simple code we have to write. Okay, we are getting the ID and delete the entire row. Okay, we're getting the delete from records table. We are going to delete the records where ID, we have to get the ID from the text box. Which ID you are selecting, that ID will be, we are deleting entire row. Get the ID and delete the entire row. That's that codes I wrote here. Okay, let's check whether it's working fine or not. This delete function, Control C to copy, Control V to paste inside the B2 on click listener. Right, very simple. Now you can run the app. I explained very simple codes. You must try. It's work fine. This very professional code. Right, now click view. Now I am going to delete this record. This empty record I am going to delete. If you click this one, just go here, click delete button, record deleted, go back here, this record. Now I am going to delete this record. Click this one, it goes to the page successfully. Click delete button, record deleted, back here, the record should be deleted successfully. I hope you guys understood the CRUD system well. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you for watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe me. Thank you for watching.